There we go. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, your clocks are not wrong. I am 5 minutes late. Why? Because this time I didn't press the live button. This is me. This is how you can tell this is real. This is live. This is unedited. All right. And now I'm seeing the people. I don't know where you guys were. She has to press the live button. That's what's happening. Anyway, welcome to Pitch Perfect Live. I am your host and coach, Nicci Willis, and every Tuesday we bring on a brand new business leader or business owner to share their pitch, and then we tweak it. We see what we can do so that it lands better and so that investors and clients alike can lean in, and not only lean in, but actually raise their hand and say, yes, I want this. I want this product or I want this service. Listen, if you want to be in the hot seat, I would love to have you. All you got to do is go to NicciWillis.com, click on Pitch Perfect Live and fill out the form. That's all you got to do, and we will get you on. All right, we've been doing this since November. And we have had clients who have come on who now are getting more clients, who are closing more deals. And that's a dream come true for somebody like me. So it works. It works. And I want you to be in the hot seat. All right. Now, tonight's hot seat is going to be awesome. I think you're going to love this next guest. I actually met her at pickleball, which is, guys, I'm a pickleball queen. I'm just going to say it. Have I won many games? No, I have not. But that's not the point. Okay. The point is that I love pickleball and I love meeting at pickleball. Now, she is a brand new CEO, president and CEO of a leadership training company. All right. I'm going to bring her in now. Welcome, everybody. Alexia Cooper.
Hello, everyone. Hey, Nicci. Thanks for having me. Super excited.
Well, I am so glad that you're here. How are you feeling?
Fantastic. Living the life of my dreams.
All right. Wonderful. Oh, I love that. Living the life of my dreams. Yes. More of that. All right. Well, we're going to get started immediately because right now, guys, is the open mic time. All right. Now, if you're just now joining Pitch Perfect Live, you've never seen this before, I want to warn you, this has nothing to do with singing. So you're welcome. But what we are going to do is listen to Alexia's pitch first. I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to take copious notes. And Alexia, you are going to pitch me as you would, pitching any other business that you want to lock in. Are we ready?
Oh, let's get it.
All right.
So, hello, everyone. My name is Alexia Cooper. I'm the president of Rapport Leadership. We help business owners and teams create real behavioral change through immersive leadership experiences. And those experiences are focused on communication, accountability, and high-performance teams. In only 2.5 days, our graduates leave more confident, more effective, and better equipped to lead their business lives, their teams, and their personal lives with clarity and purpose. Now, the results in stronger cultures, better teamwork, and measurable growth that lasts far beyond the classroom. Endpoint. Too clear, too concise?
Okay. Nope, we're good. Okay, so that's it. Okay, so the first thing that I want to talk about is it was fast. Very fast.
Yeah, I get that feedback a lot in my life. Let's just be clear. Yeah.
But you know what? It's because you've got a lot of energy, and I can tell the passion that you have behind it, right? So pacing is going to be so important for you moving forward, specifically because this is so information heavy. You're talking about transformational leadership here. And you're talking about transformation in terms of, being a better leader, being a better, team member, pushing, better ROI, right? So pacing is going to be so important. Now, who did you say was your ideal client here?
Business owners and entrepreneurs ages 20 to 40. Okay. Who focus on self-development and building health, like cultures around that.
Okay. So you've got business owners and entrepreneurs, meaning solo entrepreneurs?
We focus more on that for sure. That is a client base, but it's not my biggest focus is business owners because it's more impact. right?
Okay.
Because then they send their teams. So yeah, to be more specific, business owners.
Okay, so business owners specifically with teams.
Correct.
Okay, so business owners with teams, because that's important. Because what I heard you say was once they've gone through the transformation or the solution, I heard you say the transformation, they're better, they lead their families better.
Right. Yeah, it bleeds into the personal.
Yeah, it bleeds into the personal side, which that's a nice to have. But we're talking about business owners. We're talking to business owners. So while that's definitely a nice to have transformation and things like that, I kind of want to narrow this pitch down a lot, because really, what we're doing is not just happily telling everybody about this wonderful thing. This business, we want it to thrive. We want people to say, yes, I need this for my business and for my team, So we're talking to business owners. Now, what did you say was their problem?
Culture is usually the biggest problem. So lack of culture or lack of feedback, lack of communication, usually.
So what does that look like, though? What I want to do within this pitch is help paint a picture of that pain point. What's the pain point when you're talking about lack of culture? What is usually happening in the office?
The struggle, negativity, people complaining. And it becomes a roadblock. It's a roadblock almost to growth, because people aren't willing to implement new changes.
Keep going.
And like, just thinking back to my business, for me, it feels like hard to go to work. Everything just feels hard and heavy versus the light, the fun, but still productive feeling.
Okay. For it's hard to go to work. That's good. Yeah. So we've got negativity, complaining, lack of communication. It feels hard for people to show up to work, or they're showing up, but they're not performing. They're showing up, but mentally they're somewhere else.
Right.
So these are the types of words that we can use to paint that picture that I want us to kind of keep in our arsenal as we build this out.
Okay.
So our hero is the business owner. The pain point of this lack of culture is there's negativity, there's complaining, there's lack of communication. People are showing up, but they're not present to perform. We can see that. As business leaders, as a business owner with a team, I can feel that. I know that feeling, right? And when that happens, when you're talking about lack of communication, lack of complaining, negativity, they're showing up but not performing. What's the real pain point? It's hitting their pockets.
Yes. It's costing money for sure.
It's costing you money.
Yeah.
And it's costing you money.
Right.
So we paint that picture of these pain points, right? That you can actually tangibly feel. And at the end of it, it's costing you money.
Love that. That's beautiful.
Now, let's go back to the transformation of it all. So we know who our hero is, and I call him our hero because a lot of times, if this is your first time watching a Pitch Perfect Live, when I say our hero, I'm talking about our target audience, but I call them our hero because a lot of times we'll talk about ourselves as the hero. But when we think about the hero that we're serving, it changes the connotation of everything. So our hero is the business owner. We've got their pain point. Let's skip the solution and go straight to the transformation here, because you did say what the solution is, but I want to speak to the transformation. So you said they are better team leaders. What else did you say in that pitch?
So more confident, more effective, better equipped to lead the team, the business.
Okay. Better equipped to lead. Equipped. Okay. to lead. Good stuff. This is good stuff. And so how does that translate as a bit to a business owner? How does that translate for a business owner?
So really creating an action-oriented culture where feedback flows, that high performance team. So trust, accountability, the qualities that go into a high performance team that just can really accomplish the impossible, what's seemingly impossible.
So high performance transforms into a high performance team. They can do what's seemingly impossible. What does that look like in terms of let's talk about some of what your past clients have experienced in that, meaning, have they closed more deals? Have they had higher retention? Is there anything that stands out in that way?
Higher retention, definitely, because they're investing in their people. And when you invest in your people, they give back. And also creating common language between the team members so that it's easy to give feedback, and growth, huge growth, because people are focused on the common goal, the common vision, and they're all aligned and moving forward towards the same target.
Okay. So alignment and moving towards the same goal. Guys, my handwriting is chicken scratch. Moving towards the same goal. All right. I've got some things written down for that ROI, but let's see how we can put all these things together. Now, in your application, I saw you said that you wanted to avoid the perception of the soft skills.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Tell me about that.
Yeah, so our training's really more immersive, because there's so many leadership and conference trainings out there that, we all get the privilege of going to. However, ours really puts people in the hot seat to be able to get out of their comfortable zone. So we create these scenarios that people typically do not get into, and they stretch their comfort zone. So when they get back to their real life, we always say your comfort zone is like a balloon. Once it stretches, it's never going to go back to the same size. Okay. So the immersive training is really giving that feedback live in action, and then having the person get to do it again and continue to apply it until they experience it. So then it's more locked in and able to be applied when they get back home.
Okay. So live application.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they're intimate class sizes. So that also helps, because again, it's not like a conference room of 6,000 people. You're at maximum 44 people. So there's nowhere to hide.
Absolutely. We want to get called on in her class.
Yes.
Okay. When you talked about, so I see the transformation. Let's backtrack to the solution. When you talked about the solution, what you guys do, because I did see a comment that says, okay, I really want you to to explain what you do. Tell us what it is that you guys do.
So they're 2.5-day intensive courses that we have a master graduate program. So our flagship is Leadership Breakthrough 1. For Leadership Breakthrough 1, we believe in order to be a leader, you must be a leader for yourself. So that creates a lot of personal walls, breaking through the personal walls. Leadership Breakthrough 2 is how to be a leader within a team. So it puts you in a lot of team-oriented situations and how you show up as a leader and how you get to apply those things you've been learning. And then last is Power Communications, which really goes into how we communicate, why we communicate the way we communicate, and what it's encouraged to take with your spouse. So then again, how that rolls into the home life, because when you improve the home, you improve the person, you improve the business.
Okay. So that's pretty detailed. And I think based on what we're talking about, my question is going to be, where do you, let me think. Okay. So my question is to that business owner, what do you want them to do?
I want them to take the class themselves. So my biggest goal is for having the CEO or the president or the owner go through first. The only way they'll be able to implement it is if they get to experience it.
Okay.
So once they go through and then, they're aligned, then how is it going to change their life? So I really, and that's where my struggle has been lately, right? Is like, I'm kind of selling air almost. It's like, there's this leadership program. I'm not going to tell you every detail of what you're going to do because it's going to take away from the experience. However, once you go there, I promise you, you'll get it.
Okay. I got
so
it.
How do I sell that?
I got it. All right. So the first thing I actually think that, somebody said they did Rapport Leadership. Yeah, one. Amazing, says Keith
We love
Stark.
it. Go, Mr. Stark. Yes.
I love that. All right. So the first thing I think I'd like to do is create a hook. Create a hook for you. Because I think when you're talking about that soft skill that people just automatically stereotype you into, I think that's a great opportunity for you to say, we're not like that.
Yeah.
Right. So maybe you could start with that as your opener. So you could say something like, let's see, you said this training is immersive application. So most people hear leadership training and they think soft skills.
Right.
But you could say something like, but what it actually is the difference between a team that's performing and a team that's not performing.
Got it. So really just throwing it out there in the beginning, then addressing the fact, like most people hear leadership training, they think that it's soft skills, when in reality, we really believe it's about improving the person.
Yeah.
Or something like, okay.
Yeah. It's really about, someone that shows up to perform versus someone that is showing up but not present and not moving the needle. You talked about moving the needle, I believe, didn't you? Yeah. Or a team that is underperforming. It's the difference between a team that is killing it, that is landing all of their sales numbers, versus a team that's not performing. So let's start with that and see if we can build from there. Because what I want to do, you get all of these, your competition is, coaches online and all kinds of other YouTube university and all the things. How do we stand out? Well, let's start there by addressing the whole elephant in the room. We are not like that. And in actuality, it's the difference between being exceptional and struggling. And then because what we want somebody to do is say, okay, wait a minute, tell me more.
I see. So it could be something like, now when most people hear leadership training, they immediately think about the soft skills, the skills that are out there on any book you read or any course that you take. However, we're not like that. We're very different. It's more about focusing on a team that is aligned and high performing versus a team that isn't aligned and is struggling in what they're doing.
Yes. I like it.
Good start. We love it. Good start. Yes. Snaps.
And you could say, y'all, talk to her out here, y'all. I'm seeing hearts and thumbs up and all that. That's good. You could say, and if it's more conversational, you could say, but listen, I'm here to tell you, there's the difference.
Yeah.
Between a team that's performing versus a team that is not performing, or that is not moving the needle, or that is missing the mark.
Right.
And that's what we address.
I like that. And do you think it's important to also include in there about how, like, obviously every business follows the head. So like in order to improve the business, we must first improve the leader. That's why we always encourage you to go first.
So let's leave that towards the end.
Okay, got it.
Yeah,
okay.
Jumping ahead. That can segue into your call to action.
Yeah. Okay. Got it.
So I'm going to put a note so the head goes first. I like that. All right. So the next thing I want to do, maybe those of you who are watching hasn't heard of a tool. It's BAB, before after bridge. So we're actually going to do that to put together this pitch. So it's really simple. So the before is you're gonna name that pain point, and that's why we were talking about the pain points earlier, because you can kind of put it into context when you're saying, you're a leader of your team, and when your team is showing up and the communication is off, the team doesn't feel aligned. What else do we say? it feels hard to show up and come to work.
Mm.
And ultimately, that's losing you money. That's that before. And we're painting that picture. So we've done that hook. Then we say, you're a team leader. You know that feeling when a team is showing up, but they're not present. They're not performing. There's a lack of communication. There's complaining and there's negativity there. And ultimately, it costs you money. Because some leaders, they're like, hey, but if they're getting it done, no, that actually, there's a dollar sign attached to that. And you guys might be performing, you might think you're performing well. But if these things are present, you're actually leaving money on the table. We're going to pinpoint that.
Yeah.
So then we do the transformation part. So that's the after. So we got the before, let's add in the after. So after working with us, after taking our course, or after sending your team, right? So after taking our course, then let's see, you said you give me the transformations. You were saying that they are better team leaders. They're better.
More confident, more effective, more equipped to lead their business.
Yep.
I see.
Yep.
Okay.
And
Got
it drives accountability.
Yeah. Apply. Yeah.
And ultimately improves results.
Mm-hmm.
So again, you're tying it to dollar signs.
Right.
Because we got to see the value in this. So how do we get that value? Well, we've painted the terrible before.
Mm-hmm.
Now we've got that transformation. And then you tell us how do you do it? So we do that through a 2-day immersive leadership experience.
Yeah.
And you can add a few things in there, not too much, because you don't want to overwhelm them.
Mm-hmm.
And so a 2-day leadership experience where we focus on the person, you said self-leadership first, right?
Yeah. Focus on, yeah.
Yep. So we focus on self-leadership first. Let's see.
Because we believe in order to be a leader, you must first be a leader for yourself.
Mm-hmm. Ew, I like that. Yes.
Snaps.
That's where put that sucker in there right there. And then, so after that bridge, let's add like a quick testimonial. I had a client. And in this case, active listening is huge, because like if you've gotten to know who this person is, maybe you can have a few different client testimonials that can align with the people that you're talking to. So I had a client whose team retention increased by 40% because they took our leadership training. Or I had a client whose team, went from, a 20% conversion rate in sales to a 40% conversion rate in sales.
So quick data-driven fact, essentially.
Yep, a quick data-driven fact. Okay, any questions on that? Because I know I am hurling this stuff at you.
No, I love it. I love it. So my only question would be also, because I've been with this program organization for 10 years, with sending my own people through my solar and electrical company. Okay. So then in that testimonial, using even myself as an example of how it's affected. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. No, I love that. I love it.
Then, I sent my own team.
Right.
I sent before working here, before becoming president, I sent my own team. And I'm about to drop my pen. And this is what happened after taking these courses. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So some type of testimonial in there that based on your active listening connects that person with that commonality. She understands exactly. Okay.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yes.
Cool.
So let's recap. We have that perception problem hook. We'll call it the perception problem hook. Then we'll go right into the BAB, the before, the after, and bridging in this is how we do it. Then moving on to that testimonial. Just a quick one based on the conversation that you've had with that person, or you can have just a general one, obviously.
Right.
Maybe you're on stage somewhere or on a podcast. So
yeah.
And then we need a call to action.
Okay.
So you had said, it starts at the top. It starts with the leadership first. It starts with the leader first. And I always recommend that the leader take the course first. Now, what is the call to action after that, though? What do you want that person to do? Do they book a call? What do they do?
Then at that point, if they're interested, I connect them with a leadership training advisor and they can go over next steps.
Okay. So how often does that work?
Well, I'm very new in this role. So
Okay.
I would say usually it's like a text message connection or an email connection, and then they take it from there.
Okay. So I know you want to scale this.
Yeah.
And so it might, let's just say for kicks and giggles that we're still a little cold. Maybe not warm, but maybe lukewarm. Okay. So what would be that next step that you would want that could get them, is it to book a 15-minute call? Or, a small little transformation or something, just something to think about.
Yeah.
Solve.
Maybe directing them to the website.
Directing them to the website.
Okay.
Or have them, sign up for a quick live demo or something.
Yeah. Or
maybe that's a demo that's already been recorded, something like that. But something to think about there. So can I get your email so that I can send you XYZ? I was working with someone a few weeks ago, and I said, never leave the ball in the other person's court. It's like, at that moment, get their information, so those of you who are watching, never leave the ball in the other person's court. Okay. So yeah,
I love that.
Get some type of information. So maybe it is connecting them, with that discovery call or whatever that is. But that could be your call to action for sure.
Yeah. Okay. Love that.
Okay. Let's see. Because I like to role play a little bit.
Yeah. Let's run it.
Okay. So I want to see if we could get through this whole pitch. Now, I know we have just put this together in the last 25 minutes, but let's see what our glow up can look like. That starts with the perception problem hook, opening with, here's what most people think it is. Here's what it actually is. And then giving us that before, after bridge, little testimonial, and then a call to action. Let's see what we do with this.
Okay.
All right.
Cool.
Y'all ready? I'm seeing comments. Y'all ready? All right.
I love it. Okay. So Nicci, I know that there's some struggles there. I heard there's some struggles going on in your business. Like maybe your team's feeling unmotivated. Maybe they're complaining. They're being a little bit negative. I've experienced that in my own business, so I totally understand how you're feeling. And before, after. So I'm painting. So for me, when I was going through that, I didn't really know where to turn. Once I experienced.
Wait.
Slow down, Alexia. Calm down.
Take a deep breath. What you were saying is so good, but my brain is like.
Yeah.
And then
I know that is huge feedback in my life, just so we all know. Okay. Where else does that show up in your life, Alexia?
Yeah. I do the same thing. I get so excited. My mouth is like moving so much faster than my brain.
Yeah.
All right. So we're going to try this again. We're going to, you can start at the before, after bridge. Yeah, let's do that.
Cool.
All right.
Perfect. So before I went through leadership training, specifically with Rapport Leadership, my team was unmotivated, we were unaligned, and it just made coming to work very hard. Then once we started to go through the program together, it gave us a common language. It gave us the ability to give feedback to each other, and we were able to accomplish some impossible things that my industry hasn't seen up until now. And I really attribute a lot of that to this training. And that was before I was even ever president of this organization. So clearly I believe in this organization. And for me, it's made all the difference. My growth increased over 400% over the 3 years that I had the business. And I attribute that to sending each of my team members through. And it really starts from you. So I encourage you to check out the program. I can connect you with a leadership training advisor who can give you a little bit more information and really see how we can help your business.
Okay. That's good. Now let's have it in a conversation.
Okay, perfect.
I want you to ask me questions, and so that you can get my response. I am going to be Nicci Willis, CEO of the Family Room LLC. Okay,
cool.
All right, and so someone said that I need to meet with Alexia Cooper. I don't know who you are. I don't know what you do. And so let's try that one.
Okay. Hey, Nicci, I heard that we have some things to talk about with business. How's your business going?
I guess so. Pretty good. We are in year 10 and we are we're getting ready to scale. So I'm excited about that. Yeah.
That's incredible. And I know scaling is a huge feat. So is there any struggles or roadblocks that you're facing as you continue to scale?
Yeah. Well, so, I mean, my team that I've had for 3 years now, we're trying to navigate a lot of the nuances of same thing that we do every day, but also trying to add more clientele and, fixing our operations. So it's been a little tough sometimes, but we're making it work, I think.
And I totally get it. And again, scaling puts a lot of pressure on existing processes. So, and with the existing team, first of all, congratulations. 3 years is great for your team. Do you expect to add more team members?
I do. I want to get my current team kind of locked in and, make sure the SOPs are good and all that stuff. So, yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense. And besides SOPs, what about your culture? How's everyone handling the growth?
We're a small business, so everybody is just jumping in where is needed sometimes. Yeah. So I'm trying to help with different roles and help people understand their own roles. Yeah.
Oh, no, it makes sense. I mean, I'm sure everyone's wearing a lot of hats. Like for me, when I was going through a big growth phase in my company, I was everywhere and everybody was everywhere. So that added a lot of stress. There was a miscommunication. We weren't aligned. And it really just created chaos at some points. So I totally get it. And when I reached that point in my business, I realized that I needed some help. So I actually found this leadership program that has really made all the difference for my team and how we show up.
Okay. Tell me more.
Yeah, so basically it's a 2.5 day immersive training that I myself went through, and then I chose to send all my team members through. And it really created a common level of language, accountability, the ability for us to focus on one vision. And we just really were able to accomplish things that I never would have dreamed of without the alignment that this provided. And when I invested in my team members, they really just continued to invest back into the business and invest in themselves. And it really increased our revenue for over 400% over 3 years. So I attribute a lot of that to the leadership training.
Wow. Okay. I mean, that definitely sounds interesting. I mean, a 400% increase is I would love that because I haven't been on vacation for a while. So that would be awesome to see that type of revenue. Okay. So how do I get involved, or like what happens?
Yeah, no. So for me, I always recommend for you as the leader to go first, because obviously it starts at the top. And I can definitely connect you with a leadership training advisor. They can tell you a little bit more about the program and then give you the next steps. And then from there, we can partner together and see how we can help your business.
Okay. That's very good.
Hey,
That was really
good
good.
for off the cuff.
Yes, you did it off the cuff. So just on that call to action, make it super simple. Just one next step.
Okay. So, and for me, I got to figure out what that is. So then maybe it is like that video or, hey, can I get your contact information and I'll send you some information?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or yeah, just something really simple. Let me get your email specific.
Okay. Okay. Got
Let
it.
me get your email. Like not even let me get your contact information. Let me
Let me
get
get
your
your email.
Mhm.
Okay. And don't even tell them, just like, let me get your email.
Yep.
We can
I'm
go
going to
from
send
there.
you something tomorrow, or I'm going to send you something tonight, whatever. That will explain how all of this works, because I recommend this for everybody. That's when your passion can really come out.
Yeah. Okay.
That's when it can
Got it.
really shine and come out. Okay.
Got it.
What y'all think? Audience, what do y'all think? This is really good. I like that conversation style. Like
Same.
it just flows. You know, you were asking me questions and then you pivot it and adjust it based on what I was saying, even though I was making everything up. But you pivoted and you adjusted. One of the things that I would probably suggest too is really, really painting that before and then tying some type of quantifier there. Either money, that's the easiest one.
Right.
It can also be productivity, and it can also be time, right? Because people equate, time with money.
Right.
But, drive home that point that ultimately of all of that, you're losing money.
Right.
Yeah, I noticed within all of this, I was losing money. Because they're gonna see that, like, it's like, oh wait, lose money. Wait, huh? What? Wait, make more money. Yes, yeah. So you really tied it in when you talked about that investment. The investment was worth it because once I did that, we saw that 400% increase. Okay. Now, as that business owner, that these are like the trigger words that get me moving. Okay. So good stuff. Okay. Would you believe our 30 minutes is already up? That's wild.
Love it. Super awesome.
Okay.
Yeah, super helpful.
Yeah. Okay. So how did you feel before?
Still unsure, shaky, more pitchy versus conversational.
Okay.
And too fast.
And too fast.
And now I feel like I can go sell this to any business owner in my life.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, your presence is already you're such a light. And so I know that you'll have no problem, taking all of this and putting your own spin to it and killing it. Because I can just see it. I can just see it. And so I'm so excited about what we're going to see with Rapport Leadership. The last thing I always ask my guests to do is to let everybody know where they can find you, because there might be some business owners who have some teams out there, all right, who want to know more about how you guys can help them. So take it away.
Yes, you can reach me personally on Instagram at Alexia Cooper. And then our website's rapportleadership.com. But happy to talk to anyone who has any questions. So feel free to reach out to me individually.
All right, y'all, you heard it right here from Alexia Cooper. Alexia, you were so fun to have. And I loved all the brainstorming that we were able to do. Listen, y'all, see, like I keep telling y'all, people are still smiling after they're in the hot seat. It's okay. It is okay. Not too much pressure. But listen, if you want to be in the hot seat, just go to my website, NicciWillis.com. Click on Pitch Perfect Live. You'll see some of the testimonials from some people that have been in the hot seat. And then fill out that application, and maybe you will be next. All right. Thanks, guys, so much for joining. Alexia, thank you so much.
Thank you. It's been so fun, Nicci. I love your energy.
Thank you. All right, y'all. Y'all take care. Have a wonderful rest of your week. And I will see you guys next week. Take care. Bye.